Many people don't want to acknowledge that the black community are the chosen people because let's get deep into this, because in reality they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did. White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought.
So I just seen a video, right? So white guy, seemingly intelligent white guy, was talking about the response between different racial groups, specifically the white community and the black community. He is putting emphasis on how historically in times like this, how we have always reacted differently from the white community. He is noting, which he is right, that we as a people are very indifferent.
So white people will never leave black people alone, and I'm gonna tell you why. White society's obsession with black people isn't new, it's centuries old. If you think about slavery, colonialism, and exploitation, from the start, white wealth in America was built off the backs of black bodies. Sugar, cotton, tobacco, rice. This wasn't just economics, it was a system where white people's very identity was shaped around controlling and owning and watching black bodies.
Let's talk about something most people won't say out loud. Not noise, silence. Because sometimes it's not what people are saying, it's what they have stopped saying. And right now there's a conversation online about voice. Who used to be loud, clear, impactful, but now some people are saying those voices are quieter. Before I even say much about it, I want you to watch the clip and then we come back, because what you are about to see is exactly why this conversation is trending right now. Let's go watch those clips and we come back for our full analysis.
Many people don't want to acknowledge that the black community are the chosen people because let's get deep into this, because in reality they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did. White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought. Let's be real. What did white people really invent? You could say Tesla from Elon Musk, but he didn't make that. It was a stolen idea. If you go read what he did, he literally stole the whole business. You could say Trump, but what did Trump do? Stolen ideas, copied somebody else's ideas, just like his speeches. It's like a lot of white people just copy people. I mean, look at the dances on here. Who created those dances? The black community. And that's why this app's so boring right now, because it's not because all this stuff that's going on and the negativity. The black community literally just took their energy away. That's why this app was positive, because a lot of the white people were copying their dance move, copying this, copying that, and they stopped doing it, stopped posting on here, because none of you will give them the credit or the acknowledgement that they created that dance move or that idea. Before this land was taken, white people had no clue what the fuck to do. They were taught their language, they were taught how to farm, they were taught how to season their food that they still don't know how to do. That's another thing, seasoning. All their favorite foods, barbecuing. You love the barbecue, right? That was the black community's idea. This is why they are chosen. They have the knowledge that most people don't have. Here's a possibility there is white people who are chosen because let's face the facts. What happened during the Roman times and the slavery and all this other stuff, the black women were getting raped. So they were having their children. So there might be a bigger chance than we think that a lot of white people might have possibly a little black in them. That's why white people are jealous of them, because they know they have no creative ideas. They don't know how to cook, some of them. They don't know how to do much anything. They have to copy and paste everything the black community does because they have no ideals of their own, or they're jealous of their looks, jealous of their ding-dongs, whatever. Because their light is shining more than white people's. And honestly, the Bible says there's antichrists everywhere. The Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. But white people are the Antichrist. You have no Christ consciousness whatsoever. If anything, you try to erase Christ consciousness. I mean, look at all of you right now in this day and age. But yeah, none of you has Christ consciousness. Most white people are full of hate. And a lot of black people are full of love. How do I know this? Because the black community treated me better than my own race. Let's just face the facts right there. The black community has treated me better than the white people. Back to the Antichrist though. You had Jim Jones. You have Trump. You have a bunch of white people always saying they're trying to save the world. And they always don't. Those are Antichrists. Always white people doing it. But yeah, most of our knowledge that we know today, the music we have today, the foods we have today, is all from the black community's ideas, which is Christ consciousness, and God gave that knowledge for a reason.
They want black people to suffer in silence. That's what they want from us, black people. They want us to suffer, but they want us to shut the fuck up about it. How dare we open our mouths and complain about the constant disrespect, racism, oppression, systemic discrimination? How dare we open our mouths? We should just accept it. That is what it means to be black. Don't you get that, sis? Don't you get that, king? Don't you get that, sibling? For my non-binary black people out there, I love you. We are supposed to take it silently, endure it. Take the disrespect, take the racism, take the N-words, take all of it, and then show up with a smile on our face and put our bodies on the line to protect those people who are calling us N-words. To protect those people who are discriminating against us. To protect those people who are oppressing us and redlining us and preventing us from achieving the goals that we seek to achieve. Although we still always do because we're them bitches. Me, a black woman, made a post talking to other black women about how frustrated I am about having to see the nonsense going on in Los Angeles that was so clearly avoidable. And I have non-black people in my comments telling me, can you stop talking about this? Someone had the nerve to tell me that I'm rubbing it in their face. What the fuck do you mean I'm rubbing it in your face? Having a conversation between me and fellow black women about how I feel and about how we feel. And we're rubbing our experience in your face. It's because you want us to shut the fuck up. That's what it is. Yes, you know that we're right. Yes, you know that you were wrong. But can us Negroes just shut the fuck up about it? That is the energy. That is the energy because they want us to suffer in silence. That's why they got so mad about black people going back to Starbucks, because we were supposed to do our Negro duties, and we were supposed to shut the fuck up and suffer in silence. How dare we give them their same energy back? How dare we? How dare we not be the bigger person? Because as usual, us Negroes always have to be the bigger person. Y'all don't get to be so wrong that you destroy the fucking planet and don't have to hear about it. You gonna hear about this shit. Our big fat black lips are gonna be jabbering, bitches. Get used to it, because it's about fucking time y'all start hearing about yourselves. Black people, they tell you to be quiet, talk louder.
So white people will never leave black people alone, and I'm gonna tell you why. White society's obsession with black people isn't new, it's centuries old. If you think about slavery, colonialism, and exploitation, from the start, white wealth in America was built off the backs of black bodies. Sugar, cotton, tobacco, rice. This wasn't just economics, it was a system where white people's very identity was shaped around controlling and owning and watching black bodies. But here's the wild contradiction in all of this, right? While trying to dehumanize us, white culture has always been obsessed with us, right? They copied our music, our style, our language, our food, even our rhythm, all while denying us basic rights. Think about jazz and rock and hip hop and fashion, all born out of black genius, only to be taken, watered down, and sold back to the world with a white face on it. So why can't they just stay away? Because in a system that is built both on exploitation and envy, distance is impossible. White supremacy depends on keeping black people in place, close enough to use, control, or imitate, but never free enough to threaten the hierarchy. It's a sick paradox, fear and fascination at the same damn time. On a psychological level, it's projection. White folks will project their guilt, their fear, and their insecurities onto blackness, and then turn around and crave the very life, culture, and resilience they tried to destroy. It's like they want the sauce, but not the struggle. Now, to be real, not every white person acts like this, but the system, the way whiteness has defined itself against blackness, makes it so this obsession keeps resurfacing. Whether it's over policing or culture appropriation or trying to legislate our lives, it always comes back to the old need to dominate mixed with a quiet desire to be what they can't.
Y'all, black Americans are playing a cold ass game right now, and motherfuckers do not know what to do with this shit. When I tell y'all we got people lost in the motherfucking sauce, we got people lost in the motherfucking sauce, y'all. And you know what I think it is? You know why I think we got people lost? Because we all keep saying it, right? We all keep saying black Americans have this thing where we can telepathically communicate with each other. We don't have to talk. We don't gotta do none of that. Okay? We all reading the tea leaves. We all see what's going on, and we all thinking the same thing. It's like when we don't even know each other. We just be in a room together and something happened and we'd be like, that's what we're doing. And so you got people running around like, we need to organize. Bitch, we already organized. We trying to figure out why the fuck you wasn't at the meeting. How'd you miss it? We need to plan. We need to get prepared. We already planned it. We already prepared. How the fuck did you miss it? That lets us know that something real off with you. Because how you missing all the meetings? How you not getting the downloads that the rest of us is getting? Why are you disconnected from the source? Why you ain't got the thing that we all got, right? So they still running around trying to fearmonger, trying to throw shit on the wall, trying to get us outside. We not coming outside. I don't even feel like we need to explain why we not coming outside, because I feel like anybody that's really down with black American people know good and motherfucking well why we not coming outside. Like, I literally seen this video earlier today of this white woman, and she was explaining the whole thing. When I tell y'all that lady nailed that shit, Her whole take was completely accurate, even though I was like, come on now, you're a little too loud because you really calling the play and you need to chill the fuck out. But, you know, we're going to let you do what you do or whatever, because hopefully not too many people see this shit. I hate to say that. I want people's content to be seen, but not that one. Okay? Because she was too accurate of what the fuck was going on. Okay? She even used, you know, I like to compare things to like narcissistic relationships. She said black Americans have been in a narcissistically abusive relationship with the American government. So they know more about what is going on right now, and more about what the government is doing, and more about what tactics will be rolled out ahead of time, and they are already maneuvering. And she was even talking about the resting thing. She was like, they said resting, but it doesn't really mean resting, right? It's not, that's not what it means. But what it means is they not all outside with what the fuck they got going on. They not all outside talking. Okay, they know everything. Nobody needs to get up here and explain shit to them. They know more than all of us do because they have been dealing with this. She was like, basically the glimpse that we are receiving now of this system, they have seen the full head and tail of the beast a long time ago. Okay, so she was like, things that they're doing is not making sense to those who don't get it, and those who cannot fathom the depths of the depravity that they have experienced and have seen. And that's what Black Americans are basically developing their strategy from. And so she was like, if anything, she was like, it's one of those situations where she's like, you know how like they say when Black people run, you run. She's like, it's like that. She's like, I'm not running until they run. They ain't running. If they not running, why the hell am I going to listen to someone telling me to run? If someone's telling me to run and I see that Black Americans ain't running, I'm going to sit the hell down. Because they know more about what is going on, but they're not vocalizing it to y'all. When honestly and truthfully, she was like, Black people shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to. Black people shouldn't have to come out here and tell y'all what the fuck to do when really you're going to argue with them and say they don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about. She's like, because basically that's what y'all do anyway. They're resting. They're not doing anything. She's like, they're doing a whole fucking lot. It's just not on Front Street. And I was like, girl, you better talk, girl. You better talk, because that's it. We know a whole lot of what's going on. Black Americans are not stupid, dumb, deaf, dumb or blind, none of that. We know more about what's happening next than y'all do. Okay? So we trust our path. We trust our path. But Black Americans, don't y'all get caught up in this shit. It's other Black groups, other POCs trying to drag us in shit. Stick to hold the motherfucking line. I know I don't have to tell y'all that. But hold the motherfucking line, baby. Hold the line. These people trying to get us in some shit. They're trying to put the target on our back. Hell no. Hell the fuck no. We ain't going out like that. Okay? We ain't going out like that. Have a good day. We up still. And we already knew the bullshit ass tactics that they was going to do. So these people need to stop making these videos thinking that this little bullshit going to get us to come outside. No, we already knew. We know their wrath better than y'all do. We know their tactics and shit better than y'all do. Have a good day.
When we say listen to marginalized voices, specifically Black voices, it's not because we want to be centered. It's because we have a vantage point in this country that literally no other demographic has. Black people in America have had forced proximity to whiteness since the founding of this country. And we didn't choose it. It was manufactured. And survival required us to study it. We have had to understand how white people think. We've had to understand how systems move, how power protects itself, because our safety has depended on it. That's also why we're not easily baited. This administration is trying so hard to provoke any form of chaos and trying to get us specifically out into the streets and trying to spin all of these narratives. But we're not falling for it because we recognize the pattern and we've seen it before. W.E.B. Du Bois called it double consciousness. So we see ourselves through our eyes and then through the lens of how whiteness sees us, right? But white people have never had to do that. They don't have to study anyone else in order to survive. Their identity has never been questioned because it has always been the default. And that's why it's a privilege. We don't have that luxury. We have to know white people just to get through our everyday. So when we say listen to Black voices, it's because we've been studying this power structure our entire lives. And dismantling whiteness, and again, I mean whiteness as a system, not white people, it requires you taking your ego out of it. It requires you understanding that you might not need to be the loudest voice right now. And that the people at the bottom of the hierarchy see the cracks in the foundation first. And if this country is ever going to move forward with any type of progress, the people who benefit from the structure are going to have to stop centering themselves and start having a conversation about dismantling it.
So I just seen a video, right? It's a white guy, seemingly intelligent white guy, was talking about the response between different racial groups, specifically the white community and the black community. He is putting emphasis on how historically in times like this, how we have always reacted differently from the white community. He is noting, which he is right, that we as a people are very indifferent about the things that are going on right now. We have been fighting and we have been advocating against this machine for years, decades. I mean, before my existence. And now we're at a point to where things seemingly looks irreversible. Or we have washed our hands with this. And there are whites that are fighting, righteously so. There are whites that are fighting for the core values and principles that this nation was supposedly founded on. There are people that still believe in America and the foundations of that. Us as a whole, we have never really seen many benefits from that. So that's why we are indifferent. Spiritually, it's obvious that black folk are very spiritual folk as well, which is why we also move differently collectively as well. We know that the foundings of this nation, it was founded by an entity. And we're not talking about physically, we're talking about spiritually. There was a certain mindset that was being utilized when this foundation was created. That entity spiritually still exists. I need y'all to understand, an entity that we have had to fight perpetually, at least over the last 400 years. So we see it differently because of that. We know spiritually what we're up against. We know what that means for our existence. We know what y'all are finding out and experiencing for the first time. I know it's a shock to y'all. We have learned to not only survive, but thrive in this type of climate.
Now let's go into it. The idea here is simple. Voices shape conversation. They influence culture, awareness, and direction. And when certain voices become less visible, the conversation shifts. Let's be clear, this isn't just about silence, it's about visibility, influence, participation, because when voices that usually lead conversation highlight issue, push awareness, step back, people notice. Now let's talk about something real. Black voices have always played a major roles in culture, social awareness, conversation about fairness and opportunities. So when people say things feels different, it's worth asking, are those voices being heard the same way, or are they choosing when and where to speak? Because speaking up constantly takes energy, and sometimes choosing when to speak is power, not noise. Let's be honest, every group contributes to conversation in different ways, but influence is not just about volume, it's about impact. So when voices seems quieter, that doesn't mean they are gone. It means the focus has shifted, the space has changed, or the message is evolving. This topic is trending because it touches identity, culture, and influence. And when people feels like something has changed, they start questioning, they start asking questions. That curiosity drives engagement. Let's zoom out for a second. Maybe the real question isn't why are voices silent? Maybe it's are people saying paying attention the same way? Because sometimes the message is still there, but the audience has changed. Think about it. Have you ever said something important, felt unheard, or decided to step back and observe instead? That doesn't mean you lost your voice. It means you are choosing how to use it. At the end of the day, this isn't just about silence, it's about influence, patience, and attention, intentional voice. Because real impact doesn't disappear, it shifts. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think certain voices are being heard less, Or do you think people are just paying attention directly or indirectly? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And if you want more real, deep conversation like this, hit that subscribe button because we are going deeper every time on the trending topic like this on this channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in my next